And here we go, another intense day here for the Patriots training camp. A bunch of guys looking really good. Drake Maye, we'll talk about what he did. Joe Milton had an unbelievable throw. Talk about that as well. Guys, we're going to break down everything you need to know of the Patriots practice once again. Some news, some notes, some highlights, some observations from today's practice. Before we jump in though, do me a big favor and go give a follow to all of the Patriots media members. You're going to see 3 @ at the top left of your screen. If you go follow them on X, guys, I promise you, you will not regret it because 1, they're going to keep you updated with all the news and notes in live time. Before my video comes out, they got you guys covered. So go follow them. Without them, these videos aren't even possible to make. So again, they work so hard. I don't want to sit here and take credit for their highlights. This is all them. Go follow them really quickly before we jump into the video. And with that being said, let's kind of jump into the video. Now, again, got to see a lot of Drake Maye, Joe Milton, Jacoby Brissett. Still don't really know who the solidified day one starter is. It looks like Jacoby Brissett could be that guy. Had a lot of good plays today, good passes, to Hunter Henry and a bunch of different guys. But what I like about Jacoby Brissett is the leader that he is, right? There was one play specifically where Drake Maye, hit a really nice pass to Hunter Henry, and Jacoby Brissett was the first guy to go up, get hyped, and, jump around him, like, just giving you good teammate vibes, right? And I feel like Jacoby Brissett has been the ultimate teammate, the ultimate leader and mentor so far for Drake Maye. You gotta love it. We haven't had this type of energy in New England for a very long time. And Brissett, big shout out to him. Can we get some W's in the comment section for Jacoby Brissett? Because even if he's not the day one starter, he has been so amazing. Just in terms of the emotional energy that he brings to practice. So that's huge. We also got to see Caden Wallace start at left tackle. Chunks Okorafor was at the right tackle for the first initial 11-on-11 period with Brissett at quarterback. So keep that in mind. Brissett was your day one starter for today's practice. Another kind of crazy thing about practice today was Drake Maye was about to make a really bad throw to a bad window, but he decided not to, like, last second. And it was funny because you kind of watch a young quarterback go through his progressions, make throws that, you probably shouldn't make, but then they're learning, they're getting better, they're adjusting, adapting to the NFL play style and understanding how to read defenses. So I feel like we're in the beginning stage of Drake Maye really understanding how to read these NFL defenses. And I thought that was a play that kind of solidified that for me. Like, okay, yeah, he was about to make that bad throw that probably would have been interception, but then realized it quickly, got out of it, and, decided to do something else, right? Now, for the second team, we saw Calvin Anderson at left tackle, Vidarian Lowe at right tackle, and then on that next play, Drake Maye followed up with a sidearm throw, which was a beautiful, beautiful sidearm into a tight window. That was nice. We saw him throw a slant, completed that to Kayshon Boutte, and that was also in a very tight window, but got it to go. Down the line, we saw Jacoby Brissett back into the game, or back into practice, overshoot Jalen Polk, had a step on Gonzo, just was not able to, hit him on or in stride, I want to say. We had a nice pass breakup by Alex Austin on Brissett, and Alex Austin has been one of the main focal points of, when I watch practice, when I see practice, when I hear about practice, I'm always interested in Alex Austin. This is a guy who has really been starting to make a name for himself over the last couple of days here. And another big day today, getting a PBU. This dude could be a day one starter. All right, maybe not a day one starter, but don't be surprised if he's CB4 and gets a lot of work with the 53-man roster in regular season games. Don't be surprised at all. This dude's been balling out. Before we get any further into the video, guys, do me a massive favor. Hit the like button, but more importantly, subscribe to the channel if you're new. It is free, it doesn't cost anything, and we will be covering the Patriots throughout the entirety of training camp, not only for the preseason training camp, but also regular season as well. Breaking down film almost every single game. We got you guys covered. I'm excited for this Patriots season. No more Mac Jones, and if you guys were interested, Mac Jones is throwing a lot of interceptions over there in Jacksonville. So, No offense to him, but it was time to move on, and I think we made the right decision. So join the family if you haven't already done so. Again, it's free. It doesn't cost anything. And if you want to unsubscribe in a couple of days, you can. But we are so close to 100,000 subscribers, man. It would be crazy if we hit it today. But with that being said, let's kind of jump back into the video. Jalen Reagor made a really nice catch on a contested slant thrown behind him, but made a great adjustment, came back to the ball, and just made a really nice snag out of midair. Then we got two more 11-on-11 period. I believe it was the second period. Kind of rough for the offense. The offense did not have a great period. Brissett didn't throw a completion, was almost intercepted as well. Drake Maye came in, had a wide open missed on a bootleg, threw it behind Juju on an out route. There was also an RPO bubble to KJ Osborne that was a little bit high, incomplete. There was one solid completion to Ramondre Stevenson, but again, you really want to get the ball down the field instead of dumping it off. Actually, there was an interception on a dump off to Ramondre Stevenson. That was interesting. We'll talk about that in a minute. What else do we have here? Juwan Bentley was the guy who almost intercepted Jacoby Brissett. We saw Brendan Schooler get more reps with more defensive sets. He's more of a special teamer, but starting to make a name for himself on the defensive side of the ball. Should have picked off Bailey Zappi by undercutting a route, but wasn't able to fully secure the interception. Drake Maye had his first 7v7 attempt batted by Juwan Bentley, but he went 5 for 5 after that. So slow start for Drake Maye and Jacoby Brissett in 11-on-11s, but once we got the 7-on-7s, Drake Maye really started to, ramp it up a little bit. Most throws were short, but had a couple of crossers, a couple of corner route completions to Hunter Henry. Hunter Henry has probably been his favorite target so far of camp, and I expect that to continue. Kind of a safety valve, him and Ramondre Stevenson out the backfield. Could be guys that Drake Maye tends to go to more often than not, just because of that comfortability, that the safety net that they allow, Drake Maye to have. Jalen Reagor, later on in practice, got behind Marcus Jones going on a 7v7 route, but again, Brissett overshot him a little bit, too much power on it. Mitchell Wilcox got a lot of run with the top offense, not only today, but throughout the majority of this week's practice. So he's the guy I want you guys to keep an eye on for. But overall, 11-on-11s weren't great, right? Brissett was 1 of 3, got sacked. Drake Maye was 2 of 4. Only completions were on a bubble screen and a short, shallow route by Ramondre Stevenson. There was 4 completions, 2 run stuffs, 1 sack, a PBU. Defense looked good. Judon had what would have been a sack over, Corafor. Bentley had a PBU. Caden Wallace was at left tackle. Corafor was at right tackle. You also saw Tyrone Wheatley rotate in. Kevin Harris had a big run behind Awenu at right guard. So that was interesting to see. That was with the second team. So pretty much that was all from practice today. Not great, not terrible. Obviously, as the pads started to come on. Oh, wait, I forgot. I totally forgot to mention we had a massive Joe Milton 60-yard touchdown bomb to Javon Baker. It was definitely the highlight of practice, play of the day. You also had Drake Maye hit Jalen Polk for a 40-yard gain on the sideline. That was later on in practice, so totally forgot about that portion. Early on, practice was tough, rough day overall, but towards the end of practice, they made some big plays, man. Brissett overall was 14 of 19, 5 of 7 in 11-on-11. Drake Maye was 17 of 23, had an interception, 8 of 11 in 11-on-11s with the interception. Maye had one of the best plays. Milton had a bomb, but that's it. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family, turn on post notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next Patriots update, which should be very, very soon. Peace.